Welcome, my Scorpio babies. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this video, it'll be appropriate at that particular time. My channel is new right now, and hopefully if you come across this in 3 years later, I'll be a famous YouTuber. But my name is Steven, and I've been reading tarot for about 20 years. So the format we're going to have for today, we're going to focus on, first of all, your career, and then your career and finances to some degree, but mainly your career, I think. And then the second half will be about love and relationships. So let's start with your career. Advice for Scorpio for career, Spirit. Advice for Scorpio for the career and finance. What do we have, Spirit, for Scorpio for career and finance? And that one wants to come out. And that's a lovely card. Advice for career, last shuffle. Let's get into it. Right, Scorpio, the overall energy for the reading is the Ten of Cups, and that's a lovely card to have for an energy. So no matter the outcome, there's just a lot of happiness going around. So the way I do my readings, I move from what you've come out of, so what's happened in the past, to what's currently going on with you, to some hidden stuff which you might not be aware of, maybe in your subconscious, or stuff that's going on around you that you don't know about. Some advice from the universe, and up until this point it is what it is, and this is a likely and potential outcome. And when I say likely and potential, after having listened to all of this, you have the power to change the outcome at the end of the day. So yes, let's get into it. I think in the past, Scorpio, you've learned a couple of lessons, and things have changed drastically for you. Changes that you had no control over. And I think, this reading's been done during the whole COVID thing. So, you may have been retrenched or your hours cut back and that kind of thing. And it's beyond your control, but you also learned a lot out of the experience at the end of the day. I see where you currently are in terms of your career and finance and perhaps job seeking. It feels like you've been in this uphill battle, and perhaps you're taking a pause and taking time to rest at the moment, and that's been good for you. I feel that you may be focusing a little bit on your relationship instead, and that's always a good thing, Scorpio. And maybe you're taking time to fall in love with yourself again, and that's important, because sometimes when we suffer even consequences that are beyond our control, we tend to blame ourselves. But I see you coming out of that blame now and starting to get a better relationship with yourselves and people around you. I'm going to just pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So what I was saying was, I think you've reached a point where you are focusing on yourself, and that's a good thing, and you're taking a pause. Now, what's going on in the background, which you might not know about, Scorpio, is somebody out there considers you kind of a celebrity in your field. It may be, not like, you don't have to be like big celebrity, YouTube star, social media, famous in your industry, but certainly in the right circles, you're visible in being well known in your field, and the Three of Batons, I'm going to clarify that a little bit just now. I'll come back to that, but that usually means that there's not only one organization or person thinks that you're a celebrity. I think there's quite a few, so I would take some comfort in that, and especially with the Ten of Cups being your energy card, I think there's good things coming, and you don't know it, but people are looking at you. So if you've been, for instance, submitting your CV or hinting for a promotion or things like that, I think people are starting to take notice. Some advice for you from the universe, Pisces. Try not to overspend at the moment. And if something comes up where it represents an improvement in your financial situation, I would take time to think about how you're going to manage that money. And if you're not in a new situation yet, I would cut back a little bit on the spending, so that you keep in a situation where you've always got enough to keep yourself going. And because I think there's more than one choice that's going to come up for you soon, I want you to make a list of pros and cons for each choice and think very logically about it so that you can make a good decision. So don't make a decision based on your heart only. Look very critically at the pros and cons of any opportunity that comes up. Now for your outcome. So the way I see things, the Knight of Coins looking very favorably on the whole, and the Knight of Coins is the start of something new career-wise. It really is, and it may not be as much as you think you're worth, but I think it's worth pursuing, because it is what it is as we are currently. And I think that's why universe is telling you to hold back on your spending for a while. But very soon, in the near future, as these things pan out, you're gonna end up feeling the way you felt before these big changes. So back to the way you were at the very least, and you're gonna feel like your past is coming back to you. You're starting to feel like you used to feel, like you're accustomed to feel. And quite honestly, Scorpio, did I call you Pisces earlier? Quite honestly, Scorpio, the Ten of Cups is a really, really happy card, and however this pans out, there's certain to be happiness in the end, and satisfaction with the whole turnout. And having two tens in the same reading is a very good sign, because it's emotionally happy and financially happy at the end of the day, as long as you can keep control of how things are going right now. I hope that meant something. If it didn't resonate with you, throw it away, and let's go on to the love and relationship immediately. I have a strange way of shuffling, but bear with me. And you'll notice I only read upright cards. I always keep my cards in the upright position, because I believe that if there's a reversal meaning, it'll come out in context and the position of the reading at the end of the day. And it keeps things simple and uncomplicated. Alright, Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio? I hope I didn't call you Pisces and Scorpio. There we go. In fact, I'm going to just keep it in there. That doesn't feel right. What do we have for Scorpio for love and relationships, Spirit? What advice can we give Scorpio for love and relationships? What advice can we give Scorpio for love and relationships? Advice for Scorpio in love and relationships. Advice for Scorpio in love and relationships. There's that 10 again, isn't that beautiful? Two more shuffles. Love and relationships. Okay, let's go. Love and relationships for Scorpio. Right, let's get right into it. Scorpio, I think, more than finances have changed, I think your relationship state has changed quite recently, or, in the last couple of months. I get the feeling that there was a complete end. There was a breakup, and some unhappiness, on your side, and you were feeling a little confused about what happened at the end of the day. So I get the feeling it might not have been your scenario, and possibly it ended because there was some cheating going on. Somebody in the relationship wasn't entirely happy and perhaps had a wandering eye, and something happened, but it definitely ended. That's the feeling I get. I mean, if it doesn't resonate with you, leave it and move on. And as it stands right now in terms of relationship, you sitting and wondering where to go to next, and feeling in a state of limbo, and and kind of thinking about mapping out where you're going to go next, because the Six of Swords almost feels like you want to go back to where you were, but it's not the right thing, and so you're forced to map out a future path. But you're being protected by the mother of the deck, the High Priestess. She's like the protector, and she's looking down on you. The universe is looking down on you, and giving you protection, and use your intuition a lot, and listen to your heart when you're mapping out the future, Scorpio. Because right now what's happening in the background, which you're not aware of, when we did your career thing, we had the Queen of Wands here, and the Queen of Wands is like celebrity, in your field or whatever. And the King of Wands, or the King of Battens, as it says here, the King of Battens, King of Wands, is very much you're very attractive to certain people, Scorpio, and Scorpios are naturally attractive. Come on, let's face it. But I'm not a Scorpio, by the way. But Scorpio, you are naturally attractive, and if you don't feel that, you better get that into your head, okay? And I think there's somebody watching you already, maybe on your social media, trying to learn everything about you. I wouldn't say stalking, but they're trying to get to know you from afar, without you knowing about it. So keep that in mind. Advice from the universe. And we have the Two of Cups, which is the love card. So the universe is telling you, when you're looking at this map, plan for love, okay? And love yourself. Plan for love, okay? Don't plan to be on your own for the rest of your life, because a lot of people, when they break up, like, I'm never doing this shit again, or getting divorced, I'll never marry again. No, plan for love, because that's what the universe is advising you to do. And marry that plan for love with a stable financial background, okay? So if you're planning for love, plan for financial stability at the same time. It's attractive, Scorpio, let's face it, okay? So plan for love, plan to get yourself financially stable, and things will work out. And if we look at the outcome, and and the energy card, which is 10 of coins. So 10 of coins tells me that the finance thing will come right on its own. Okay, but time your plan for love for when the finance thing comes around. You know, when you're feeling a little more financially stable, because often when you're not financially stable, your self-confidence is quite low. So give it some time, let your confidence build again, but definitely plan for love. And the outcome is beautiful in terms of relationships, because this is the Six of Wands, and that's the victory card. In other words, if you plan this thing correctly and map it out correctly, you're going to be the winner. Okay, you're already damn good looking and attractive, and the right person will come along if you plan correctly. So don't settle on the first thing that comes along, and create a vision board, even like you would, like I said, about your career. You know, weigh up pros and cons or whatever, but perhaps write down on a piece of paper, and it works. Write down on a piece of paper all the traits, values that you're looking for in a new relationship. Okay, but write it down physically, because when you write something down physically, it has a way of manifesting into reality at the end of the day. But these are great cards, and you had great cards all the way through. I had a couple of readings today which have been a little bit sad, you know, but this is like a seriously happy reading. And it's just strange for me, I must just tell you, that when we were talking about your career, you got the 10 of Cups, which is emotionally happy, relationship happy, and now we'll be talking about love and relationships. You got the 10 of Coins, which is financially happy and stable. So they're very much tied together as I see it. So I really hope you enjoyed these readings, Scorpio, and I hope they resonated with you. And if they did, please drop a like. This is a new channel, and I'd really like to build it up as quickly as possible. So every like and every comment helps my videos come up in searches and that kind of thing. And I look forward to seeing you again.